Paltrocast.
Chad, aside from doing press where they ask you the same questions over and over and over again, good day for you so far?
Indeed it is, bro. Every question is a new question to me, okay?
That is a very poetic way of saying things. And I've been a fan of yours for, I don't know, 15 years now. The first time I noticed you was The Wire, and of course, The Walking Dead. We see you Invincible, Girls 5 Eva. The credits just keep going and going and going. When did you start to feel like, hey, I'm okay now as an actor. I'm not going to go back to art directing on sets?
I haven't got there yet. We're still striving for that experience. If we can snag a fourth of the of Transformers audience on June 9th, then maybe I can start to think like that. No, man, I'm just very fortunate. It's a gift. I continue to work hard. I continue to dream and strive. I continue to love it as I did as a young boy. So that's all that matters. I'm taking care of my family, and I'm trying to impact some people's lives in a positive way.
Just like Cuddy, just like a real life Cuddy in the best possible way. But the character that you play in The Angry Black Girl and Her Monster, Donald, how much of Donald is there in you, the human being?
Oh, I'm a father, so I can just play an imagination game of losing any of my children, and that's something's gonna arise in me that people can relate to. So that, the story, being able to take this horror deal and deal with what's going on in marginalized places for people of color, I think is a feat in itself that Bomani was able to do in a different way than Jordan Peele. I just really am so impressed with him not letting the audience off the hook about the greater social political implications, but also giving you full classic horror and giving you amazing performances. And it reminds me of like Hamilton. You know how, Manuel was able to take that and recalibrate it, but stay true to it. I think that's what Bomani has done. And it's brave to do that because it's already etched in so many people's hearts and minds in a particular way. And he did it without beating you over the head, which I love. So it's a very powerful, important movie that honors the genre.
That's a similar answer to what your co-star Denzel told me earlier today. And he mentioned working with you before this particular film. Now, for Bomani, was this somebody that you knew beforehand, or is this a traditional audition to be cast in this film?
Yeah, no audition, but traditionally an offer came through based on past work, and Denzel, of course, I've done 2 of his personal projects. This is how much I believe in this young man, and I met his family. This is a stand-up guy who's going to continue to do great work in this business, and so I'm a huge fan. I didn't know Bomani, but through reading that Denzel was involved, I called him because his artistic integrity, I know I can go off of that. I spoke to him. I'm like, man, if you're all in, I'm all in. And I love taking a classic and bringing it to another audience, or maybe what I'm saying. Sometimes possibly an audience that may not be catered to in the horror genre. And so it's great. Then it also reminded me of Candyman, in a way, not the same, but in that gritty, that was Cabrini Green projects, These are the projects in Charlotte, North Carolina that daggone there felt like The Wire, So but imagine to be that gritty, but still hold the horror genre right there. It's a great, I think it's an important movie. It's a great movie. All the gore, the sewing up of the, you know that part I'm talking about. I was going,
Yeah, my wife is the horror person in this household. She has all the Freddy and the horror stuff over there.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
a
yeah.
comedy guy, but a lot of the roles, it's interesting to see in your career that you could do comedy and horror and thriller and drama.
Yeah.
So you're kind of, you get the job done acting wise. But when you started off, was there a particular genre you wanted to focus on?
Drama. It was drama initially, you know, because I don't know, you know, at the very, I was able to put so much of my personal angst and trauma into drama. It was soothing, you know. You know, and I don't know. I think, you know, coming from the background I came from, you know, I think it was extremely important for serious issues to be addressed. And but there's also a funny, silly
Yes.
clown. I was a
Yes.
class clown too. So there's a silly guy in there that recognizes that humor is one of the most amazing coping tools out there. That if you can laugh and you can make others laugh, you can sometimes find a little respite and peace. So that part as well. So I'm a hybrid, but I'm also, as a trained actor, it's, you see the two masks, right?
Yes.
It's comedy and drama. So we weren't let off the hook. I mean, I did the Odd Couple in high school. You know, I played
Really?
Felix Unger. Yeah. So we, and that's Neil Simon. You know, that's a brilliant. You know, God rest his soul. But so we were challenged, and it was demanded that we be able to do both.
Well, two quick questions and then I let you go. And the first one is, do any photos exist of you and the regular Chad Coleman? And I ask that because that person impacted everyone for the rest of your life going, oh, Chad L. Coleman. Kind of like how John C.
Oh,
Reilly,
right.
if you know John C.
No, I
Riley,
was,
just
yeah, of course, and I love John C. Riley, and I've seen his work on Broadway. And I met him in New York, and you know, I've spent many, many years in New York. But I was Chad L. Coleman in high school, so
oh,
yeah,
so by
yeah, he
choice
was,
for the L.
yeah, yeah. That was because that was an homage to my father. I mean, it's Luther, so you know, strangely enough, we didn't have the greatest relationship, but I had much love and respect for the man. So yeah, even in high school, it was Chad L. Coleman.
Now I know. And the last question, obviously, The Angry Black Girl and Her Monster is a new movie to us. To you, it's an old movie in a way. Are you allowed to say what's next, where we can see you next?
That would be it. Right now, it's Superman and Lois, you know, on CW playing Bruno Mannheim, you know, a classic villain that, you know, an actor of color. This, I think, it's the first time an actor of color is taking it on through the amazing showrunners. We're having a lot of fun with that. I think it's about 4 episodes left with that on CW Tuesday nights at 8. And I'm also doing the LeBron James Shooting Stars movie. I'm in that
Really?
with with Caleb McLaughlin and Wood Harris. And that's all about LeBron's high school basketball team and the coming of age story of how they became the winningest basketball team and, you know, champions. So I was able to do that as well. So I'm looking forward to that coming out as well.
Wow, Akron's finest. Well, Chad,
Yes.
thank you for the many years of great art. Really looking forward to whatever's next, whether it's funny, scary, whatever it is. Keep up all the greatness out there.
All right. Thank you, man. Thank you for your positive energy. And I love the t-shirt.
Paltrocast.